This is pre-market prep at the close. I'm Spencer Israel. That's Joel Elconin. Joe, I'm not really sure what to make of today. You look at the broad indices and you see we're in the red by a smidge overall. You see some rotation away from tech and away from discretionary into things like materials and energy, and I don't really know what to make of that.
I think, well, just a quick recap here. It was a choppy day at first. We made a run at the pre-market high, which actually was just right with the intraday high from Tuesday. And we got up there real quick, looking like we're going to have a nice bullish day. This is right in this area. And then we came off and just chopped around. And then, we're moving off old news, right? And that's really hard to trade and predict. But basically, the stimulus bill is not going through, which everyone knew, and that knocked us for a pretty good loop. But once everyone realized that, hey, this is old information, this is the same thing we're trading off. It caught a bid here, not quite as low as I wanted to. I was hoping for a daily target at 34.69. They gave it a good shot, and now bouncing up. So, not a bad day. You have crude that's trading in the green here by 89 cents at 41.09, just in that trading range. Gold up 13.10 at 1907.70. Silver in the green as well, up 24 cents at 24.37. Bitcoin in the red only by $25 here at 11,415. But kind of a quiet seesaw day, but we got some big movers, Spencer.
Yeah, I just want to go back to that point for a second. So I was talking with Brent Slava today. He's the head of the Benzinga Pro news desk. We were lamenting what seemed like a lack of macro headlines today, right? Like the market's moving. Obviously, the market always moves, and there's always news. But I wouldn't say there was any like macro market moving news. And we've talked about this on our show, on several occasions. When there's a lack of news, the market just moves technically. And so if you look at the lows, like pull up a 15-minute chart and on SPY, look at the lows for today, they sort of match with the highs from a few days ago, right? It was
Old
right.
resistance do support.
It was like was it Friday? Friday, yeah, I think it's Friday. Friday's highs and today's lows, right? They pretty much went, they're right there. So, I didn't see any real market moving macro news today. Nothing on the vaccine front, nothing on the stimulus front. We, like you said, Joel, was old news. So when that happens, when there's a vacuum of news, the market just sort of technicals rule the day, and so that's my point. And I think that's what's happened today because we don't really have a catalyst in either direction. So it's just one of those days.
And also, I mean, I kind of got lulled into complacency going back to the S&Ps here. I really thought we were going to be more of a trading range, 3,300 to 3,400. Well, market blew that scenario out of the water and, got within 25 points, 30 points of the all-time high. Market's still indecision. Big move, you had a really big 4-day move and just a little bit of digestion, and that's what you see. I mean, heading into the election here, I think that I don't know. Fed, we know what the Fed's going to do. We're in earnings season, so that's going to be, that's going to, dominate things. But the trend is up and good day to day. I mean, when you look at the spider, it's a little bit harder because it doesn't, there's more gaps in there than there are in actual trading. But let's get to some of these movers. A couple we got right, and one I think we got wrong pretty good.
Well, NIO is if not the top mover of the day, it's close. If it's not at the top, it's near the top. But NIO's up almost 22% today. We talked about it this morning, and this is all because of an upgrade. Don't forget.
Yeah, can you believe that?
A JP Morgan upgrade juiced this thing. Where to close that yesterday? Like
$22 or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 21. Just call it 21.60. We're at $26 right now. So,
wow.
Yeah.
This one I'm kicking I mean, I don't know exactly what I said on the show, but I the one thing that I always look at is follow through the pre-market high. And that's when it's like, a no touch on the short side or all out long. And last couple times it's had those big. I'll have to go back and look on the dailies, but look at this day that I was thinking about this day. This day was on September 2nd. Well, that wasn't a good time for the market. Opened up right near its high, and it sold off over $1. So I was using past history, on that one when I thought it might fade off that high. But you could tell this amber and purple here, whatever colors they are, they represent the pre-market and after hours session. So when we're looking at this stuff, and you're up in the pre-market and you take out that pre-market high and the stock's at new all-time highs, where do you go? I mean, you don't necessarily have to get long the issue, but holy moly, don't short it on those kind of things. The other thing that I mentioned, but I didn't really emphasize, is when we were talking about it, and this was even 8:30, quarter to 9, we already had traded 6 million shares, right?
Yep.
So that means the big boys are on the playground, right? Whether they were covering shorts or initiating longs, they juicing up the machines. Hey, listen, we're just going to buy NIO today. And now it's traded. This is probably its biggest volume day ever. And so that bodes well for it too. It's just, to me, it's too much, too fast. And, Dennis says, hey, I'm not going to chase it. We didn't chase it. You missed out opportunity on this one. But boy, oh boy, high at 26.96 and currently trading up 22% at 26.40. Maybe it's when I showed those fancy cars on the show today that got people excited. I don't know, but good day.
I feel like a bit of a fool here because I should have thought of this morning. And
HYL.
No, not HYL. But if you even had just looked at like the headlines regarding this JP Morgan upgrade of NIO, you would have seen it was an upgrade of NIO, not so much because of anything NIO is doing, but because of the entire Chinese EV market. And so what I need to do now is I need to go sit down and I need to write a list of all these stocks because I completely missed XPEV, which is they don't have cars to sell to my knowledge, but what are they? They're a Chinese EV play. So if JP Morgan is going to come out and say we are really bullish on the entire Chinese electric vehicle market, it would stand to reason then that other Chinese EV stocks like XPEV would blast off. And that's what happened today. And I should have seen it. I should have known it. And I feel like a fool, and I didn't. So I apologize. But I'm maybe this weekend I'm going to sit down and actually write down a list of all these electric vehicle plays because in the last 6 months, it's like doubled, I feel like, with all the SPACs. So I missed XPEV this morning. I'm sorry, but it is also following NIO's lead today.
When did you make up the title? Oh, you did this. This is the afternoon show. Camp Stop NIO. I was like, wow, if you put that up this morning,
No.
Yeah, you're doing really good. You know what is another catalyst for the stock today?
No.
Tesla.
Yeah, that's a good point. Tesla, for a while, we were saying, as goes Tesla, so goes, the rest of the entire electric vehicle market. There's a case to be made for that today. We haven't talked about Tesla really because it really hasn't done a lot for the past few weeks, relatively speaking. But it seems like it's broken out today.
Yep, and I was talking with on a call with Triple D before this, and not going to give away all the secrets, but he knew Ron Barron was going to be on Tesla today.
Yeah. Well, they announced that yesterday, and he was on for like a full hour this morning.
I know,
and so I saw that yesterday as well, and I thought, okay, he's gonna.
Is he going to say something bad?
He's going to say something good about Tesla, but I didn't think that Ron Barron being bullish Tesla was worth 3.5%. But what do I know?
Well, what we had been talking, I should have left my lines up there. This is a verge of a breakout here, and I talked about the post split or pre-split closing price. Man, I got to figure out how to say that. At 444, I believe. That was a big number. It got, hit off it, and then it just found there's that roof at 455, 460. Now it's taken out the top of that roof today, and it looks like it's going to settle above there. I wouldn't want to be short this thing, and set its sights on 500. Nice round number, all-time high. I know Raz is looking for 600 by the end of the year, but you just have to take a look at that move and just the whole electric EV market, which you guys know I don't understand. But nice breakout here in Tesla, up $20. Who knows, JP Morgan, or who's that guy that comes out with those convoluted calls from Morgan Stanley? What's his name? Adam Jonas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either going 100 or 900. And like, oh no. But this true call by JP Morgan there, you just can't doubt that. Helping the market, pushing Tesla, breaking out. If you're looking for a target overnight, your second highest high in that stock was 479.04. So there's a target ahead of 500. And then you guys always know I like the all-time closing high, 498.32. That was up there the day that it made the 514, and pretty good volume in Tesla today. Not the impressive volume like you're seeing in the NIO, but I think it's above average volume day for Tesla.
Chat's got even more names going further into the rabbit hole. KXIN. I never even heard of this before.
I love our chat. KXIN.
Never even heard of this before 5 seconds ago. But yeah, okay, we're going deep into the rabbit hole of I don't even.
Oh, what is this?
What do you think it is? It's a Chinese electric vehicle play. That's all you need to know.
Look at that, and it's probably blowout volume too on this one.
Actually, I don't know if it's EVs, but it's Chinese car. It's the Chinese car market. So
okay,
yeah.
Boy, oh boy, wait. I mean, just double check here. Aren't we in a trade war with China?
I can't keep track at this point.
Okay, all right.
Oh man, so many. Okay, what else did we cover this morning? We did not cover that I kind of wanted to. I just want to follow up on Apple real fast because we didn't talk about it this morning.
Yep.
Now that we've had 24 hours to digest that event yesterday, it seems like we're just hanging out.
Oh, look at that! It gave you a look at yesterday's high. I hope someone was paying attention. No, I did it. Let's see where it got to. No, not yesterday's high. It didn't. No, the high on the event day was 125.18. And then on event day, remember it was trading like 127.5, 128. But it just bested that high by 125.39. And then today got a little bit of a lower high, but you got a good number on the downside, folks. If you were focusing on yesterday's low, which also coincided with the low on Monday, 1928, 1965, and 1962. Great support there. Triple bottom for now, as long as holds that. Maybe go up and press that 125. And then I mentioned the adjusted or the close before the split in Apple.
Yeah.
And I've been talking about this number for a long time. That was 124.83. And look where that rally stalled at. So 119, 125. Let's see what happens there. And Apple bust out over 125, which I'm sure we'll do over earnings, or break down below that 119 and change.
And a great point. Let me just give credit where credit is due in the YouTube chat. Dion, yeah, Tesla report earnings on
21st.
Yeah, Wednesday afternoon. So
a week from today.
Yeah, a week from today. So
okay, dialing up Gene to see when we can get him on. I know he's busier with these smaller network commitments, but CNBC, Fox, Bloomberg. No, I don't think he's on Fox.
No, I'm on Fox. No.
But we'll get him on, get his look at earnings. It's always good. I'd like to get him on before. He's busy before, but maybe we'll get him on after.
Gosh, okay, let's go to our chat and see what tickers are on. Oh, man, every day they ask us about DraftKings. This must be the most asked requested stock in our chat. It gets requested several times every day. I don't know.
I just had to look at LTHM. Boy, that pulled off 12 hard, trying to hold 11. Okay, this is what I'm saying about DraftKings. I'm worried about this football season.
Pull up a chart.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with. The LSU Florida game is postponed.
Yep.
In the NFL, we had the Tuesday night. But how about those Titans? Well, those Titans look impressive last night. Did you watch that game? Tennessee?
is this
Tennessee, Buffalo.
is the solution that we need to all get COVID so that we can be better at our jobs? Because the Titans are pretty good at their jobs after
They
having.
looked great last night. I'll say two things here. So people got stuffed on that offering at 52, and that kind of was. This was the day that it was announced, and it did recover 52, and some people tried to wiggle out, and now they're holding stock. I don't know if they're completely out, but it's just what's going on right now is just, this had a huge move, a little overdone. I'll tell you right now, and I don't want to like send any alarm signals off up here, but do we got a head and shoulders top here in this thing? I mean, I'm not,
You're whipping out the patterns on us. All right.
look at that. Little loopy left
Yeah,
shoulder, sagging right shoulder. I'll tell you right now, the line in the sand here. Let's see. Today's low, I like to look. Today's low is 47.10. Or no, the low on the 24th was 47.10. Today's low is 47.65. And you're working on that right now. I'll tell you right now, this gets a downgrade or a bunch of cancellations. I mean, this thing could be at 40 in a heartbeat, and it'd still be in a major bullish trend. You see that triple bottom that it has here at 40.30, 40.33, 40.55. To me, to lose that 47, that'd be a big move. How's all Penn Gaming doing? I haven't looked at that chart lately. 65 is the number on that one. Finding in resistance at 70, but right there is your line in the sand. I mean, I see these two other lows below 65 that come in at 62 and change. But folks, keep an eye on Penn here. Needs to hold 65. Did a good job on it today. And I think sellers are coming down, right? You made the all-time high here. You try to get back up here. People are selling the strength. And you could just tell, like, okay, we're going to get out of 7 million shares at 75. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, well, maybe we'll try 72 and change. Oh, that didn't work. Well, we need to bring it down to 70. Oh, that's not working either. So sellers are stepping down in this thing. We'll see what it does with that. Well, it's actually lower than 65. Call 64. That is an area of 4 lows, not from today, but the previous 4 sessions.
All right, I want to do some tickers. These were dropped in the Benzinga Pro chat this morning. Actually,
Sure.
We talked about this offline, but since Booch wants to know about IMAX, I'll bring it up here.
Oh, we did some research on that. Yep. Go ahead.
I didn't do any research on IMAX.
Mitch did.
Yeah. So, but the point, we brought it up offline just to note how Cinemark and AMC have diverged hard today. IMAX is down, sort of, I guess, in sympathy. Mitch brought up a good point that IMAX has way more exposure to China. China right now makes up, they are the major player in the global box office industry. So as goes the Chinese box office, so goes the worldwide box office. IMAX has more exposure, and China is way more into movies right now than we are in the US. But IMAX, this is not a chart we've looked at too frequently on our show, Joe.
No.
Just sort of hanging out. So I wouldn't be like, flashing code red like maybe AMC or Cinemark, because IMAX is also the technology. So there are maybe other plays here, but how does the chart look?
Well, I just want to say what we need to do, Spencer, is we need to go open up a cinema in China, a drive-in cinema where you can only attend if you have an electric car.
There's a good idea.
Man. I mean, this is just a tough, this is like your Carnival cruise. This is like your airlines. I mean, where's the catalyst? I mean, you had two vaccine tests halted. I mean, what's going to turn these things around? So I'm not saying go out and short this at 1106. I see that hard low at 1050. But I mean, where's your catalyst for these things for them to go higher? AMC, I guess that one has the worst cash situation, and that was finally reflected in today's session.
Brutal.
And then CNK, as you mentioned, showing a little bit of strength, but still matching lows here, 764, 756. Nice bounce off that. So, you have an exit point if it starts to falter against you. But that's it. We kind of a weak close here, folks. We did have a rally, tried to get back into the 3,500 handle, but the Bears said no can do. So look, I don't like to sell off here late in the day. It could be another down day tomorrow.
All right, keeping an eye on earnings. United Airlines are due after the close today. I don't know if they're out yet, but they will be soon. Tomorrow morning, we have Walgreens, Morgan Stanley, and Taiwan Semi and Afria are the headliners for tomorrow morning. So that'll be a wrap for us today. Please hit that like button. We appreciate any and all likes. Hit that subscribe button as well to get notified whenever we go live. Please remember all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. Everyone have a good rest of your day. We will see you tomorrow morning.